Hello, everyone, and welcome back to UK Pro Writers. Today, we're diving into a fascinating research topic that's been buzzing in the world of social media: the impact of using hashtags in social media posts on the reach and visibility of content. This is a critical area of study because in today's digital age, social media is a dominant force, and understanding how to maximize its potential is crucial for businesses, influencers, and anyone looking to get their message out there. Chapter 1, Introduction. Chapter 1 typically includes the research problem, which identifies the issue to be studied, and the research significance, which explains why the study is important. It may also introduce research questions, objectives, rationale, and set the stage for the entire research project. Research problem. For example, our research problem might be: many social media users are unsure about the effectiveness of hashtags in increasing their content's reach, leading to a need for empirical evidence to guide best practices. Research significance. The significance of this research lies in its potential to help users, businesses, and marketers harness the power of hashtags effectively to reach their target audiences and increase the visibility of their content. Research questions. How do the number and relevance of hashtags affect the reach of social media posts? Are there specific hashtags or combinations of hashtags that consistently lead to higher visibility? How do different social media platforms, e.g., Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, vary in their hashtag effectiveness? Research objectives. To assess the impact of the number of hashtags on post reach. To identify the most effective types of hashtags for different social media platforms. To provide actionable recommendations for users and businesses to enhance their social media reach through hashtag use. Research rationale. For example, the rationale might be: understanding the science behind hashtags can help users and businesses tailor their social media strategies, ultimately leading to increased engagement, brand exposure, and potential business growth. Now, let's move on to Chapter 2. Chapter 2, Literature Review. Chapter 2, the literature review, is a crucial part of your research. It provides the context for your study and helps you understand what's already known in the field. Here are some suitable subtopics for this research. Subtopics. History and evolution of hashtags. Explore how hashtags came into existence and evolved over time. The psychology of hashtags. Examine why users engage with hashtagged content. Hashtags and engagement. Investigate how hashtags correlate with likes, shares, and comments. Social media algorithms. Understand how platforms prioritize content with certain hashtags. Case studies. Analyze real-world examples of businesses or individuals who have successfully used hashtags to boost their visibility. Theories and models. Some theories and models that can be adopted for this research include social cognitive theory, explaining how people learn from observing others, and the diffusion of innovation theory, studying the adoption of new practices, in this case, hashtag usage. Literature gap. Identify gaps in existing research. For instance, you might find that there's limited research on the impact of hashtags on newer platforms like TikTok, representing a literature gap that your study aims to fill. Now, let's move on to Chapter 3. Chapter 3, Methodology. In Chapter 3, you'll outline how you plan to conduct your research. Here are the key areas to focus on. Conceptual framework. Independent variables. Number of hashtags, relevance of hashtags, social media platform. Dependent variable, post reach and visibility. Research philosophy. A suitable research philosophy might be positivism, as you're collecting empirical data to understand the impact of hashtags objectively. Research approach. Consider adopting a deductive approach since you're testing hypotheses based on existing knowledge. Research strategy. You can employ a mixed method strategy, combining quantitative data on reach with qualitative analysis of user engagement with hashtagged content. Data analysis method. Since you're dealing with quantitative data on post reach, a quantitative analysis method is appropriate. For instance, you might use regression analysis to determine the impact of different variables on reach. Ethical considerations. Example: ensuring participant consent when using their posts in your analysis and maintaining anonymity to protect their privacy. Limitations and delimitations. Discuss limitations like the potential for social media algorithms to change into limitations such as focusing on specific social media platforms like Instagram. Now, let's move on to Chapter 4. Chapter 4 Data Analysis. In Chapter 4, you'll analyze your data based on the recommendations from Chapter 3. Quantitative Analysis Example. If your research is quantitative, you might analyze data from a sample of 500 social media posts to determine how the number of hashtags impacts reach. You could use statistical tests to identify significant relationships. Qualitative Analysis Example. If your research is qualitative, you could analyze user comments on hashtagged posts to understand why certain hashtags are more engaging than others. This might involve coding and thematic analysis. Chapter 5 Conclusion. In Chapter 5, your conclusion will summarize your findings and their implications. Chapter 6, Recommendations, will provide actionable advice based on your research. This chapter is crucial because it ties your research together, highlights key takeaways, and reinforces the significance of your study. Chapter 6 Recommendations. This chapter guides users, businesses, and marketers on how to use hashtags effectively based on your research. For instance, you might recommend using a mix of popular and niche-specific hashtags for better reach. Future research suggestions. Investigate the impact of hashtags in emerging social media platforms. Explore cultural variations in hashtag usage and effectiveness. Analyze the long-term effects of hashtag campaigns on brand visibility. Remember, these chapters are the heart of your research, so ensure they're well-structured and thoroughly researched. And there you have it. A comprehensive script outlining the importance of each research chapter and how to draft them for your study on the impact of hashtags on social media reach and visibility. Good luck with your research journey.